Hello, everybody. My name is Tammy Smith. I'm coming to you live out of Southern California. I am a Diamond Director here with Jeunesse. Super excited to be here with you. Today is going to be such a fun event. Whatever part of the world you're joining us from, we welcome you. We want to welcome you to Jeunesse Live Yes System. This series is the Yes System series where we educate you about many of the wonderful products in our Jeunesse Youth Enhancement System. We do want to say that Jeunesse is a global company operating in over 140 markets. As such, not all products mentioned in this broadcast are available in all of our markets, but we do encourage you to learn all you can about each Yes System product, as the beauty of Jeunesse is that you can build your business all over the world, which is exactly why my husband and I decided Jeunesse was the home for us. The theme for this episode is envy. Be summer ready. I tried to bring my summer here with you. I got some Maui on, but today we're going to learn all about our fabulous line of cosmetics, Envy, with our very own co-creator, Yolanda Halston. But before we get into the show, I just want to share with you our exciting lucky draw that we have lined up for you today. The winner will win a full set of Envy products available in your region and a private training for you and your friends over Zoom with Yolanda. That is an amazing prize. So sign up by filling out the form at the bottom of this page and be sure to review the privacy policy in your region. Before we welcome Yolanda to give us all the ins and outs of Envy, let's take a sneak peek at this fabulous line. Our Envy brand ambassador, Yolanda Halston, has been a makeup artist for 25 years. Her products have a cult following in the beauty world and include the first and only patented aerosol airbrush and have been featured in hundreds of magazines from Vogue to Glamour to Cosmo and InStyle. Good Housekeeping actually named her AeroBrush makeup technology among the 11 products that have changed our lives in the last 80 years, along with names that I'm sure you're familiar with, Chanel No. 5 and Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. She has been featured on the Today Show, Good Morning America, and many morning shows in many of the major US markets. So I'd like to go ahead and welcome Yolanda.
Hi, Tammy. You are absolutely glowing with your Maui on.
Thank you. You look amazing as always. I'm so excited to have you and to discuss one of my favorite products in Jeunesse, Envy.
Thank you. Well, I'm so happy to be able to share it with you. It's a product that is near and dear to my heart, but it's actually a product that I developed so that I could use it in my work, in my career. So I took a lot of time and effort to make sure that I put it together in a way that is, healthy and good for your skin. So I really don't even think about it as makeup. I think about it as a extension to your skincare and a bridge between your skincare and your color cosmetics.
Which is exactly why I love this product so much. So let's jump into it. So this section, it's going to be a Q&A. So you and I'm going to ask you some questions. I know you're fully prepared for me, as this is like your second nature to talk about envy. But let's break this down for people that maybe have never heard of this product before, or maybe want to get more information. So this section I'm going to call Envy Basics. So question for you, what exactly goes into envy? What are some of the ingredients and what are their benefits?
So when I originally developed the formula, I was doing it specifically to go on skin that was very sensitive or had been laser resurfaced. It's a product that is super hydrating. It has antioxidants, vitamins A, vitamin E, vitamin D actually collects moisture from the air and holds it into your skin. It has aloe, so it's soothing, and it also has the Jeunesse APT200 stem cell technology it just takes it to the next level.
Love all of those elements about this product. Now, question for you. So we all know and have heard, don't go to bed without washing your makeup off. Don't keep it on. It's very bad for your skin. It will age you. It will do all those kinds of counterintuitive things that maybe you're pouring onto your skin for the health of it. But I understand that this product and this foundation is actually good for your skin. So could you tell us a little bit more about that?
It really is. I actually just moved to Florida from California, so I had many, many celebrity clients that I would do their skin and do their makeup in Los Angeles, and then they would fly to New York, and so they would have it on for 12, 18 hours to do interviews and late night television. It is a product that is non-comedogenic, so that means it won't clog your pores. It is oil-free. And the mineral pigment that is actually in it is only 8.4% of the formula. So everything that's in it is healthy, it's good for your skin, and it's hydrating. So like I said, I really do think of this product more as a skincare product than a makeup product.
Yes, wow. And it includes the APT200, which is, I think, just such an awesome added benefit of the product.
Yes, well,
Now,
the APT200 it's a plant-derived stem cell product that is 200 plus polypeptides. So what it does is it sends a youth message to your skin cells and tells them to turn over rapidly. So it keeps your skin looking younger, longer. So you not only have the beauty from the inside out, but also beauty from the outside in. So you get that flawless airbrush perfection that gives you a long-lasting youthful appearance.
awesome. So if you have someone that's interested in trying envy, but maybe they don't live near me, we know right now many of us are social distancing. So how would you help somebody? I think that's the number one question I get from a lot of people is, I just don't know what shade I would use. How can you tell me? And me, I'm not a makeup artist. I can't look at someone's skin like you probably can and say, oh, you've actually done it to me. You're a number, N4 or 6. I don't have that talent. So how would somebody that's a regular person be able to help kind of course correct and color correct somebody, or color match somebody, I should say?
Well, we have a couple of really great tools. The first tool that I think will help in this social distancing is our shade matching software that we have built into your back office. So if you are trying to shade match somebody in a different country or a different state, all you have to do is go into your back office and plug in the actual color and brand that your customer is already using, and you will instantly get the shade that will match you in the NB. We spent years, and there's tens of thousands of brands and shades in there. And if by chance you happen to put in something that we haven't put into the software program yet, our customer service team of highly qualified makeup artists will go out and shade match you. We also have a tool that if you do get to spend time with your client. This is a great little tool. I want to show you this because this really keeps it simple. So there are 3 shades of light, 3 shades of medium, and 3 shades of dark. So first of all you have to do is decide, are you light, medium, or dark? And then once you decide that, are you neutral or are you warm? And that really breaks it down to where it eliminates a lot of the other shades. We only have 9 shades, but I have traveled the entire world, Tammy, and from Africa to Puerto Rico to Ireland to Korea, Japan, Singapore. I've been everywhere, and I've never found a single person that I couldn't match with the 9 shades.
Wow. As you were talking about the shade match system online, I actually reached over and grabbed mine. And I was going to say, this is, I remember in the very beginning days, I would hold this up to my skin and friends and family's skin to try to figure out and color match them. So this is definitely a handy tool. Love this product. So, perfect. So we've heard a little bit about how to, about the product. I'd love to learn how to apply it, because I know you have said it's super easy. A lot of people say it's super easy. So is that something that you'll be able to show us right now?
I would love to do that. I'd like to invite my beautiful model to come in, and I'm going to do a demonstration. I'm going to do a couple of demonstrations. We're going to do a little mini masterclass right now, and that masterclass is going to include how I would apply the product to someone at a party or an event who's already dressed, already has their makeup done, and then also how to apply it to myself at home, so you can see both demos. So if my model would come in, we can start the demo. Come on in. Thank you for being here. So as you can see, Angela is already dressed. Her hair is done, she has her eye makeup on, and so how do I apply a foundation that's a spray-on in person like this? And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tissue on her shoulder. And I'm going to do that because a lot of times people think, oh, if you're going to spray it, it's going to go all over the place. So this is actually a great way to not only make her feel comfortable, but it's a great sales tool in the end, and I'll show you why when we get that far. So just going to push her hair back. Now, when you're at home, you can have your hair pulled back away from your face. We have a couple of great tools. This is a washable terry cloth headband with Velcro attaching, and then also a powder puff and headband. But when I'm doing demos in a party environment, we also have these bundles. So in a bundle, these are disposable headbands. There's 48 in a bundle, and they're great to take with you when you're going to be doing demos. We also have 48 disposable powder puffs. And the reason this is so important is that to get the actual really flawless airbrush application, I prefer to use a clean, dry powder puff. So this is great for you to be able to use as a sales tool. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drape her. Do you have moisturizer already on your skin? Okay. So at this point, I would, if her skin was clean and dry, I would apply the Luminous Serum first. Obviously, you want to do that because you want to get that deep penetration of the APT 200. Then I would apply the SPF 30 Daytime Moisturizer, and you want to allow enough time for that product to fully penetrate. So about as much time as it takes to brush your teeth or to go refill your coffee cup. And the reason I say that is because you want the moisturizer to absorb completely into the skin so that when you put the foundation on top, it doesn't float. And that's what will cause it to be more wear resistant and less likely to transfer. So the first thing I'm going to do is shake the can. This is the most important step. You want to shake the can because inside this bottle, you have mostly water, you've got your mineral pigment, your vitamins and botanicals, your APT 200. And so when you shake the can, what happens is every molecule of water gets wrapped in those mineral pigments, gets wrapped in the vitamins and botanicals and the APT. So when you spray your face, the water evaporates and leaves behind the thinnest possible layer of makeup so you get a true flawless airbrush application. So I'm going to use this as concealer first. This is our shade in 4. It's Cool Buff. This is a medium neutral skin tone. And I'm going to use this as her concealer first. And I'm just going to do one side of her face, because that's the best way for her to be able to see a true before and after on her own skin. Because she already has her eye makeup done, I'm just going to apply it to her cheek. So I'm going to have her close her eyes, and I'm going to cover her hair and her lashes with my hand, shake the can, and a quick mist, just like that. Now, her skin is already beautiful to begin with, but when you see the product sprayed on the skin, you get a beautiful, flawless application. She has already very nice skin. You can start with your primer first, or you can also apply the primer after. So I'm going to just show her the difference in the mirror. And this is the magic. When someone sees their face, never having seen it been airbrushed before, it's beautiful, right? And how did it feel going on?
It was refreshing. It's
Yes.
like a body mist. You know, it just felt really smooth and very light, most importantly. And that's what I like. I like
Yes.
a natural light look.
Yes, and so I just applied to one side of the skin, so I've shown her the difference. Now I'm gonna show her the other side. And I like to do it this way because, you know, so many times people have good skin to begin with. So if you just do a quick mist and they look in the mirror and they don't see any makeup, they don't see the difference. But when you do it side to side like this, you really do see a difference. So open and look up. Just do a little bit of concealer. Now I did the concealer on the other side with my finger. I'm gonna do this side also with a sponge, so you see the difference between being able to apply it in a very natural way and then also really being able to highlight and contour. So when you apply it with a sponge, you actually get a much more dramatic amount of coverage, and the reason for that is that the sponge absorbs the water and lays down straight pigment. So you can see the difference in how much brighter this side is than this side. So applying with your fingers is going to give you a more natural look. Applying with a sponge is going to give you a more dramatic look, and you can also apply it with a brush. So there are no rules with makeup. When you apply the product, you can actually add this into your routine the way you normally apply it, but you really do see a big difference when you spray it on. So now I'm going to spray the other side. Close your eyes, pull the hair back, cover the lashes, and one quick mist, just like that. That's the sound you want to hear, not one mist, just like that. And I say that because a lot of times when you first try the product, you might apply too much the first time. So when you apply it and you spray it, if you open your eyes and your face is wet, then you either sprayed for too long or too close. So there is a little bit of a learning curve involved, but once you get your routine down, you will never want to wear any other product. I mean, look at that. She looks flawless and gorgeous. We also have shimmers and bronzers. The shimmer product I actually developed to be used on a film that you may be familiar with called Twilight Breaking Dawn. It is the product that they actually used to get their moon glow. So they were spraying it all over the face. I like to apply it with my fingers. So I either apply it with a brush or with a sponge or with my fingers. So to do it on the cheeks, you can just put it in the highlight areas. See how you get that beautiful glow? You see this look happening all over YouTube. Makeup artists are doing it to get a look that they call strobing. I'm going to use a little tiny concealer brush now, and I'm also going to apply it right underneath her eyebrow and get that really beautiful highlight just right under the brow. You can also apply it down the center of the nose, on the curve of the lip. There's all kinds of little things that you can do. So just experiment with it. But I mean, look at that. How gorgeous is that? It's just a really beautiful, healthy glow. And then we also have bronzer. So the bronzer is the product that I never, ever leave the house without this on my face. This is that J-Lo glow. It's the same color. We only have one. It's the same color as Beyonce's skin tone. So it's that warm golden caramel, and it just gives you a beautiful, healthy glow. I'm gonna have you close your eyes, and I'm gonna go a little bit on your forehead, just down the cheeks, and you can use this product head to toe. So you can use it on your face, on your décolleté, on your body. We used to actually use it on our legs, but then we developed a leg and body product that I'm super excited to show you. So that's it. The reason I like to use the tissue is because a lot of times people think, oh, it's going to go all over the place. I just want you to look at the Kleenex. And do you see how clean and white that is? So it's a great way not only to protect her clothing, but also to show at the end of the application that the product really does go right where you spray it, directly onto the skin. Thank you very much. You look amazing.
Wow, she looks incredible. You know, I love the fact that you did only half her face because she has gorgeous skin, as you said. Walking in there and being able to see, I was worried through the camera. I wasn't sure if we'd be able to see what we saw. We did, and it looks awesome. And oh my gosh, just such an amazing look. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And then I actually want to also comment on what Yolanda was talking about when she's talking about the puffs and the headbands. You might be thinking, what am I going to need 48 of them for? So I kind of want to get your wheels turning. You know, if you're a distributor here with Jeunesse, you're thinking, okay, well, maybe you do know what to do with all that. These are simple for demos that you would do in your home. You want to give everybody their own puff, their own headband. You don't want people to repeatedly use the same one. I know I wouldn't appreciate sharing with somebody, but you can also use it as giveaways. So they're fantastic products. I use them when I have my daily application of the product. Okay, so now I would like to talk a little bit more about transition, I suppose, Yolanda. So now that you've showed us how to apply it, we appreciate that so much. I also know that it is a very versatile product and that I'm typically, using it day to day, a more natural look, but it's also buildable. And I kind of want you to lead us to show us really a couple different looks from a natural day-to-day that I would do versus a more full coverage, maybe a special event look. Maybe I'm having a bad skin day. So something that could, give me a little bit more, or I'm going all out glam. I'm going to an event and I want to look the best. So would you be able to share that for us?
Yes. So I would like to have my model step back in. So the great part about this product is that you can customize your own coverage. So just the one quick mist that I did on Angela is a super natural look. It's like a BB perfecting mist. It's like a tinted moisturizer look. But you could layer and build up the coverage that you need from day to day. So this would be an everyday look. If you have rosacea, if you have acne scarring or vitiligo or any special need, you could layer the product accordingly to get the amount of coverage. So one mist would be like the coverage you would get from a tinted moisturizer. Two would be the coverage you would get from a liquid type of foundation. Three would be the coverage you would get from a full coverage. And with 3 to 4 mists, I can cover a tattoo, I can cover scars, I can cover just about anything. So it really just depends on the type of coverage that you like. And I have never found a foundation that you can control the coverage the way you can with this product. So I'm going to show a little bit different application. I'm going to use a darker shade. So I used a shade that matched her skin tone for her concealer. I used a little bit darker on her face because I just wanted to match to her body. And now I'm going to show you this shade is a shade that I'm going to use for contouring. This is Halle Berry's shade. This is the N8, which is Cool Toffee. And I'm going to use this with a brush. So just to show you how versatile the product is and how you can actually use, just with 3 shades of foundation, I'm going to go on this side as well. Just with 3 shades of foundation, you can highlight, you can contour, you can actually literally create cheekbones and a really tight jawline. You can highlight and contour in the eyes area and go across the bone so you can see the difference. See how I just created a shadow there? And then also, if you really want to get that, you know, highlighted, contoured look that everyone is demonstrating on YouTube now, you can actually go across the forehead with your brush as well and blend it in. You can contour your nose. So there's so many things you can do with it, and literally because it's so light and airy, you can put it on and it looks so natural like this, or you could spray it around the forehead and get a more airbrushed version. But look at how gorgeous that is. So highlighted, contoured, and glam. I've seen people use the bronzer on their lids as a eyeshadow as well, and the shimmer. So if you have darker skin, like Angela, you would use the bronzer. But if you have very pale skin, very light skin, you can use the shimmer to get the same effect, to get that glow.
Wow, I absolutely love it. She looks incredible, and it's phenomenal how much it can cover. I love its flexibility, its versatility, and it gives you exactly that look that you're looking for. So I hope she has somewhere to go tonight, because if I were her, I would be calling all my girlfriends saying, we have to go out. Now, so for summer, I know everyone wants that perfect sun-kissed glow. The BB cream line is amazing, but Jeunesse took it a step further and created a full body bronzer. So let's take a look at that sneak peek of this awesome product.
Flawless skin, even under the unforgiving gaze of a close-up camera lens. Each year, billions of dollars are spent on skin products by people who want flawless skin, but don't get the results they want. All over beautiful skin that expresses the age you feel, not the years you've lived. We brought you Envy Primer, Envy BB Perfecting Mist Foundation, Envy Bronzer, and Envy Shimmer to rejuvenate your skin's look to new and gorgeous radiance. Now, we're introducing Envy Bronzing Body Mist to give your body an airbrushed finish to envy. The proprietary misting nozzle delivers a perfect sun-kissed look that's easy to use by anyone, anywhere. Achieve a natural-looking warm glow in every season, anywhere your passport takes you. Suitable for all skin tones, it's weightless and buildable, with a smooth and long-wearing finish, and a formula featuring aloe and vitamins for skin that looks and feels beautiful. Get photo-ready results and fabulous-looking skin from head to toe. With Envy by Jeunesse. Be the envy.
So we can see that Envy is an amazing product that can be your #1 summer accessory. So Yolanda, can you share more about this with us?
Yes, so hopefully we have met in person, or you've been to an event that we've been on stage where you've actually seen it on our bodies. Originally, when we first launched the Envy brand, we were spraying the foundation on our legs and then putting the bronzer over the top of it. So I actually developed a formula that is a combination of both. So our leg and body product, it comes in 2 shades. We have Maui and we have Bora Bora. So the Maui is going to actually match Angela's skin tone, and the Bora Bora is going to give it that much more of a beautiful tan. So the first thing you want to remember to do is always shake the can. And you want to apply this product to moisturized skin. So you want to put your moisturizer on and allow it enough time to absorb all the way into the skin so that the skin doesn't feel slippery. And then if your skin still feels dry after that, you can also use the primer on your body, and it will just help to blend the product out even more. So I'm gonna start on one leg with just the Maui so you can see how beautiful this is. She has great skin to begin with. So if you wanna just zoom down to her leg so we can see. So basically, with the body product, I actually hold the can a little bit closer to the skin than I do to the face. When I spray on the face, I'm back here. So about maybe 8 to 10 inches. And when I do the body, I go pretty close. And I do that because it's a lot more of a narrow space, but then look at this. This is the Envy body brush. This body brush is made out of faux blue point squirrel. So it's not animal hair. It's actually, it's a faux version of it, but it's the absolute softest hair that you can get. And it's in a nice natural curve, and it just melts the product right into the skin. But I want to show you a close-up of both legs so you can see the difference in how smooth the product looks. Can you zoom in into the difference? Do you see how smooth and how it gives that beautiful, healthy glow? So the product is 8.4% pigment, but in the body product, it's half pigment and half bronzer. Wow, look at that glow. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to get some coverage because there's just a couple of marks on her legs, maybe a bruise. So you can get nice and close, go right over the top of it. And you see how that just literally covered it right up. And the product is water and wear resistant, so you can swim in this all day long and it will not come off until you remove it with a cleanser. And our beautiful Luminous cleanser, our foaming cleanser, just takes it off very easily, but water will not remove it. So now I'm gonna demo with the darker shade on this leg so you can see the difference. So this is gonna add color. This is gonna give her a tan. And you can get really great coverage with this by layering it the same as the face product, but look at that. I mean, it's just glowing and flawless, and you don't have to wear pantyhose. It will stay on until you remove it. So you could swim in this all day, and it won't come off until you take it off.
Wow, it looks amazing. And I do want to say I did put Maui on, and oh my gosh, you might freak out. When you're using regular tanner, I will tell you, it smells horrific and it transfers. And so for me, you know, it's not transferring at all on my blouse. And so it's amazing. I put it on and I didn't wait I waited a little bit, but not to the point for a regular bronzer, or I'm sorry, a regular spray tan, I would have got something. It would have transferred, right? But totally fine, totally clean. I love this product. So as you can see that, you know, you can promote this product to those that may not wear heavy makeup, but just want a naturally tan look while they're outdoors this summer. So it's really for anybody. I want to talk a little bit about how to build your business with Envy. So, you know, not everybody, well, I know Yolanda is a superwoman. I agree with that, but she can't be in every living room at every time of the day for every Jeunesse distributor around the world to share this information she just shared with. So we actually have an awesome asset for everybody to utilize. We want to share it with you so that you know that you can feel comfortable sharing this type of product with others, whether you're having a home party or even a virtual party online. This is just a great way of sharing your business. So let's go ahead and take a sneak peek at the shorter version of our regular full-length instructional video of an Envy home party. And you can actually find the full-length version on sharejeunesse.com at your leisure. But let's go ahead and take a listen to the shortened version right now.
Hi guys, in this video you are going to learn exactly how to throw your own home party. Joining us we have Melissa, who's our host. She's invited her friends here to have a party. We also have Yolanda, who represents a Jeunesse distributor. She's coming in to demonstrate envy to the party guests. It's important that you instruct your host to welcome their guests and sit them down in a centralized location. During this time, they should introduce you to the party guests. It's important that after the host introduces you, you thank them for opening up their home to you and tell the guests how excited you are to share these amazing products with them. All right, as your party's coming to a close, this is the moment where your guests get to shop. They can shop retail at retail pricing, or they can get wholesale pricing by becoming a Jeunesse distributor.
Now that you've experienced this hands-on step-by-step with the expert creator of Envy, learn more about how these award-winning products can help you grow your business at an Envy party. Visit the members-only section of the J Office under the North America tab and find all the Envy party business building tools you need. Visit your J Office shop to purchase your Envy package and book your own home party today.
Awesome. Love that video. Short, sweet, to the point. I love this. At this point, we want to bring on Yolanda's special guest to really talk about building your business with Envy. So go ahead, Yolanda, take it away.
Well, I would like to introduce Jennifer Murphy. She is a former Miss Oregon, finalist in Miss USA, a model, actress, producer, publisher of her own magazine. She's a super influencer, but most importantly, she's a new member to our Jeunesse family and a dear friend of mine, beautiful inside and out. Thank you for coming on board with us, Jennifer, and I'm happy to have you here.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Both of you ladies look beautiful and glowing, so thank you so much for your amazing product, Envy. I love it. And Yolanda, I must say, it's been such an honor to get to know you. I met you, the second, I think it was March 2nd. And ever since then, I've been using Envy. I've been using, Luminesse, the serum, and a lot of the Jeunesse products. And after a couple of weeks, I just saw for myself, I was amazed with the results, and I became a distributor, and I've incorporated it into my Go Girl multimedia, my company. And it's very rare that I really truly get behind a company. But when I saw the science behind your product line, I had the chance to meet Dr. Newman last week in Beverly Hills and interview him about his serum. And to know that the APT 200 is actually in your Envy, congratulations. And thank you for helping us ladies not only look better, but, turn back the clock. So I'm just very excited, and thank you for having me today.
Now, Jennifer, I definitely want to welcome you. Thank you so much for doing this with us. And I just want to say, someone of your stature, you have been in the public eye for a while now. You've done different interviews. You've been on television, radio. I mean, you've been on red carpets, different interviews, and you've used a lot of makeup in the past.
Right.
Is it fair to say that?
Yes.
And so, regular people don't really have, we can only compare what we've purchased for ourselves. We don't necessarily have won't have the experience of using all these different products that you have been exposed to. And so for someone like you to really find love in this product, to me, it speaks volumes.
Well, that's part of why I'm so excited. When you don't have to sell something, when you're so just passionate about the product itself, it speaks volumes. And yes, I've had different makeup artists, tell me, oh, this is the best product out there. And when I did the beauty pageants, Miss USA, they have the best of the best products, but I've never been so excited about an airbrush foundation. Excuse me. I did use, I think it was Dior airbrush once, and actually Yolanda was the one that patented the airbrush foundation. So she takes the cake. I mean, I love the fact that it's all, in the bottle, that it doesn't get any oxygen in it. It doesn't get, kind of, cakey toward the end of the bottle. The fact that plastic surgeons, estheticians, they stand behind this. And for me to know that even if I let my makeup stay on a little, longer than normal, it's actually doing good for my skin. I just love it.
And Yolanda, speaking, kind of picking up where Jennifer left off about cross contamination. That's kind of what I was thinking in my mind. When you are in pageants, they're putting, correct me if I'm wrong, Jennifer, they're putting makeup on all of you, and they're in a hurry, and maybe they don't switch out brushes. But I think that's one of the greatest things about this product, right, Yolanda?
Absolutely. I'm a licensed cosmetologist myself, and so I'm very educated on contamination and how to clean things and how to keep products clean, but it is virtually impossible to keep a bottle of foundation clean that you take the lid on and off. And so what happens when you remove the lid is, in a typical bottle of foundation, it's exposed to the air. So you're contaminating it just by doing that alone. But for some reason, people don't think that their own bacteria is bad bacteria, but as soon as you touch that bottle or as soon as you touch it to your hand, you have contaminated the product. And so in 1 week, just with typical, taking the lid off and putting it back on, you lose 26% of the vitamins and botanicals, the water, the emollients, just by removing the lid. So that means by the end of the month, there's nothing left that's good for yourself in a typical bottle. But with Envy, it's first time fresh every time you spray your skin. It doesn't matter if it takes you 30 days to use your can or if it takes you 6 months to use a shade. It will be first time fresh every single time. So nothing can get in, nothing can contaminate, and nothing can evaporate either. So the product will always be the exact same shade. There won't be any kind of oxidation of color, and it'll always be 100% formula every single time you spray it.
Now, as a listener, if you're sitting here listening to all this information that all of us are speaking to, these are all selling points of this product that you really can't compete on with anything else on the shelf. I don't care if it's the Dior, top shelf skincare or cosmetics, or if it's something from Walgreens or CVS. This stuff just beats all of them by miles. But those are all things, tips that you can use to possibly share the information, because that's what we do here really in business, right? We share information, and the people that are interested, they seek you out. The people that are not interested, they kind of fade away. And so I know that Jennifer is a pro at social media and really knowing how to get people's attention. Some of us that are not pros at that, we can easily spam and I like to call it, excuse me if they sound a little rogue, but like vomiting all over people with the information, where people are kind of like, hey, enough already. So I want to ask Jennifer, do you have any tips? You're amazing at social media. Do you have any tips to help with people on how you would share something like this and what you've been doing personally? Because you've gotten yourself to Jade Executive in a relatively short period of time. It's an awesome accomplishment, by the way. If you can share with us kind of what you've done and how you do it social media wise, that would be awesome.
Sure. So there are some tips. When you're getting ready to, let's say, promote an event, or you want to get people excited about a product, you just want to keep it fun and keep it relative and personal. Don't make it sound salesy. You wouldn't go down the street and say, hey, let me show you this. This is, make it something interesting, whether it's a selfie and say, oh my goodness, I just love my new makeup, the stem cell technology. And, but you don't have to post a link, buy it now here. What you can do is build interest, create, fun posts that you think, if what you would want your friend maybe to be posting on their channel, have personality in it, create maybe your own brand. For me, I always, my Go-Go brand, I always use pink. Create something that, might be fun for you, and people can start seeing a consistent kind of look and feel for your own personal brand. Something that I learned recently, adding a pop of blue to your post actually increases the likes by 20%, which is perfect because Envy is blue, right? So adding a little, have the product. We have so many wonderful pieces of marketing that Jeunesse has created, and use those tools, but create your own personal posts. And then if you're going to plan a virtual party or a live party, I was talking to Tammy and Yolanda earlier, and I said, remember when we were little girls, we would create an invitation for your party. I couldn't wait. My mom would help me. And, you know, each year, whether it was my birthday, I would make the invitation different and special, but fun. So when you create an invitation, you know, keep it fun. You know, add some things that are going to create interest, let them know it's going to be informative, yet fun.
I love that. And, you know, as soon as you said add blue, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that tip. That's awesome. But, you know, I think one thing that we really got from you is to be authentic, be truthful, share your true experience, and people will see through that, definitely.
Right, and let the curiosity build. You know, you can post something and just, you know, kind of sprinkle in a little bit about the product, but then let all of their comments start coming through, and then you can send them the link to your site. If you post something and then put your link directly to your Jeunesse site right there, Facebook doesn't want people leaving Facebook. So just be creative with it. Make your post, and then you can put it in the comments below in the link, or once people start commenting, you can say, oh, well, if you want to check it out, here's the link. Or you can send them the link directly in Messenger. And same thing with Instagram.
Okay, so Jennifer, you're saying when you post your initial ad, I'll call it an ad. It's not an ad, but it's you sharing what you love about Envy. You're not directing them exactly where to go to watch a video. You're saving that for a private conversation, right?
Right, because otherwise Facebook pushes that down. You don't get, you know, many people seeing that. They don't want people leaving their platform unless it's to go to Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram. So just keep that in mind. And I think you'll see your likes and your, you know, comments go way up if you don't post the link directly when you first post your comment or your ad or your invitation.
Wow, that's an awesome tip. So let's talk about kind of what you were starting to pivot towards, parties. So yes, having a fun party is definitely going to be something that's going to draw people in. Can you kind of talk about what kind of, well, I know you've probably only done virtual at this point. You just got started right before quarantining, but
Right.
kind of ideas of different parties that you've done to kind of create that excitement and fun for us.
Sure. Well, my brand is Go Girl Worldwide. So I added a little Go Girl twist. So I'll do happy hour with Go Girl. Come, you know, get together with your girlfriends virtually. We're all going to share some positive things we have going on in our life, some anti-aging tips and beauty secrets, and I'll share with you some of my latest, you know, Jeunesse gems. So I let them know this is going to be a fun, you know, engaging, interactive party, virtual party, and you know, so the recent one I did, I said, feel free to get a little dressed up, you know, have a beverage of choice, maybe Nara, or, you know, whatever you choose. And let's all get together and have a Go Girl happy hour. And it went great. I had about 10 women on there, and I hosted it, but I basically just asked each woman, you know, I said, okay, it's so good to see you on here. How have you been? Let's talk about something positive that you've had happen in the last few months. So you keep that, you know, you kind of host it, but you give them each an opportunity to say something, and you keep it on track, and then you know, you can all cheers along the way. And then I talk about Jeunesse. I talk about why I love the products, and how, you know, if any of my girlfriends want to try them out, you know, we can get together for that, or I can send them a sample, or they can go ahead and purchase something to try it out. And but I keep it light. You know, I don't push it, and then that creates more curiosity. And then afterward, I tend to have my friends reach out and say, I want to learn more about those products. So it's, you know, it's a fun approach.
That's awesome. Now, Yolanda, I know that we actually had you come out. I had the privilege of having you come out to one of my parties. I called it my Envy debut party, because it was debuting, right? It's not debuting for Jeunesse per se, but it was debuting for me because I was a new distributor. So I did an Envy debut party. If you could just kind of speak to the fun that we had and kind of what you remember, because it was a couple years ago, what you remember of that event.
Well, it was a beautiful event, so thank you very much for that. I actually was thinking about that today, and you had a big group of people there, but all different ages, all from all different you know, walks of life. In fact, I think even your teenage daughter was my model, And so I got to apply the product to her, and I'll never forget when she got up from the demonstration, she immediately went over and looked in the mirror because I had sprayed her face, I don't know, at least 8 times doing all the different types of applications. And I think she expected to see a lot of makeup on, but she was like, wow. And then she went to Mark, your husband, her dad, and said, I could do this. And I think, getting together and having people actually get to sample the product makes all the difference in the world. Showing it equals selling it, getting it on their own skin to where they really can feel and see the difference. That really does make a difference. And in this time of social distancing, it's also possible to do sampling. I've done so many Zoom calls where I actually put my makeup on with someone who's received it in the mail or we've dropped it off to them. And so it's nice because it does give you that opportunity to have that, in-home party, but without all of us having to get together. And so that event was obviously what we want to get back to, but in the meantime, we certainly can do it this way and have success as well.
Absolutely.
Can I share a little tip? So lately, I never use my small little clutches anymore. Now that restaurants are open, I always bring a big purse, and I keep my Envy in there, and I keep my serum. And if someone asks, wow, your skin looks amazing, I start, sharing my story, and I have them put their hand out, and I'll put some serum on first, and I tell them about the stem cell technology, and people love the consistency of the serum, and right instantly their hand feels amazing. And then I take out the Envy and I tell the Envy story, and I'll give them a little spritz right there. And it's a great, keep your products with you. You never know when you're going to run into someone, and there's nothing better than actually touching, feeling, it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. That is a huge, huge tip, everybody, is to always have some sample products in your pocket or in your purse, in your bag. If you're a man, have it in your car and run out and, grab something. Maybe it's a minder or reserve you're sharing, whatever it is. But I just love that this is just so easy to share with people, the Envy product, the skincare. Now, that event that Yolanda came to that she was speaking about was super fun. We laid out the red carpet. We had a little backdrop for photos. We did people's before and afters. I had those wet wipes that you can, makeup remover wipes, right? So people could remove their makeup and actually demo the product. So with or without Yolanda there. So I don't want you to be misconceived thinking, oh, well, it was successful because Yolanda was there. Absolutely not. Yolanda has not been with Jennifer at her house while she's been sharing this information to get to Jade. You leverage the material that you have, and it's definitely doable. But I want to kind of go back and forth with Jennifer, just to help you all, the listeners, kind of brainstorm different ideas of what you can do while you are at home and you can't maybe be in person with people, versus ideas of also you being able to do some different fun parties when you can be around people again. So one, was the Envy debut party that I had done. I think, Jennifer, what was yours called that you called it?
Happy Hour with Go Girl. So
That's
awesome. You can, add happy hour in, and I like happy hour. We want to celebrate and bring positivity. We need that right now more than ever. So I think people gravitate towards something positive and fun. I always, when I do actual live events, I always do a pink carpet party. So even when I put on seminars or a business event, I always add a pink carpet party element to it. If you make something a party, people are going to show up. So add that fun, add that, I know that you, Tammy, shared the virtual happy hour, or you can do, what was it? The Rita and Wrinkles.
Yes.
Right? So margaritas and wrinkles. So let's all sip and talk about our wrinkles, but let's talk about what we can do about that. So, that's another fun one.
I love it. Yes. That is definitely a fun one. Like you said, make it a party and everyone will come. We've done Sip and Spray, which you guys, I want you to think of Envy as a product that you can also segue and introduce people to other products. You just heard Jennifer talk about the fact that she has her serum and her Envy in her bag. So she samples both. She's not just focused solely on Envy. She's incorporating a multitude of the products. And so, for instance, your Sip and Spray, your Sip is drinking, right? What are you drinking? The Nara. It's an awesome product to kind of pair with our Envy product. You can also do Beauty and Brains. So the Brains can be the Mind product or even the Infinity product. Beauty can be anything. It can be anything on the Luminous line. It can be Envy. Slay the Spray is another one that we've done before. And I think I remember talking to you, Jennifer, you had mentioned Girls Night In. So obviously if it's virtual, it's Girls Night In, and it's Girls Night Out when we're out of our homes and able to be with our friends again. Again, making it fun and festive. So I just truly appreciate all of your ideas, everything you bring to the table. Before we end though, I do have another question to wrap it up. The saying is fortune is in the follow-up, and a lot of people fear following up. So you do your event online. Let's, just what you've done, you've been able to do is online, and people are asking for more information, or maybe people don't reach out to you. What is your follow-up process? Are you calling those people that came to your virtual event that maybe didn't have any comments because maybe they're shy or it's just not their personality? How do you handle the follow-up on a virtual event?
I always make sure I have a list of everyone that attended. And then I go back to that list and I text, I call, I send a thank you. What did you think? And then I'm not afraid to ask for the sale. Sometimes people need a little help, pulling their wallet out, and to say, look, you are going to love this. Try it out. And then you let me know, but don't be afraid. I love it when I go into, let's say, a Ulta or a beauty store, and I say, well, I don't know it. Oh, here, this product right here, you should try it. It's amazing. It's $100, but it's amazing. I love that when someone helps direct me and they give me that nudge. And so I think we need to not be afraid of that. If you are afraid, you know what? They say courage is when you're afraid, you go for it and do it anyway. So be courageous, go for it. Make sure you follow up, because that's half the battle right there. And also, to back up a little bit, when you're planning your event and when you're sending the invitations out, do it in a few different ways. Everyone uses email and social media and their cell phones in different ways. Some people don't really look at their emails. Some people don't look at their private messages on Instagram or Facebook, but they'll look at their text. I'll send them something on their Instagram message. I'll send a Facebook, an email, and even a text. If you're going to do it, just do it. Go through all of the steps. It's not that much more work. You already have the invitation. Make sure you customize that invitation and make it personal to them, and tell them why you want to see them there, so they don't feel like you're just blanket, statement, putting it out there.
I love that. Thank you so much for these tips. It was amazing to be able to have you with us today. And we just thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you. And I cannot wait to become a diamond like you someday. So it's very inspirational to see. And Yolanda, you're amazing. We're going to be featuring you, as you know, in the summer issue of Go Girl Worldwide magazine. Your story as an entrepreneur and what you've created and teaming with Jeunesse is just incredible. And I just want to tell everyone out there, go for it, go big, you can do it. And thank you all.
Thank you. What a great episode, you guys. There's just so much great content on Envy and all of this information. It makes me actually want to go out and have an Envy party right now. I wish we could get out there. And I definitely want Yolanda to come and join me on my first one since quarantine. Now, from the beginning, we actually have teased you with a lucky draw, and we will be giving away a full set of the Envy products available in their region, and a private training over Zoom with Yolanda as well. Now, at the very beginning, you may have seen images of a different product for a giveaway, but that's not correct. So what I said at the beginning and what I'm saying now is the actual product that you will be winning in the lucky draw. And so I want to find out who the winner is, but I would love to have Yolanda do the honor.
Drum roll. I'm so excited. This is going to be amazing. And our lucky draw winner is from the USA, which is wonderful. And during this time, what we're going to do is a virtual masterclass. So I want you to be able to invite all of your friends and contacts, and we are going to do a masterclass just like this on Zoom. Please definitely get all your friends available, because you're not going to want to miss this, and you're going to have all this beautiful Envy product. And the great part of it is even though you're going to have a full set of every color, and maybe you only use one, or maybe you only use two, but you can actually use the products to sample. I know we were talking about sampling earlier, but the great part about this product is that you can't contaminate it, so you could actually drop it off to a friend, leave it behind, and have that follow-up 5, 6, 7 days later, and you could leave them behind with your little clean sanitary puffs like Tammy was talking about. So I really look forward to spending that time with you.
Awesome. Congratulations to our winner. And don't forget, everyone, actually, no, before I say that, I want to say thank you so much to Yolanda. This has been such a fun time. I always love my time with you. You're so much fun and you're so knowledgeable, and I just love everything about you.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for hosting this time with myself and with Jennifer. It's always good to spend time with girlfriends, and especially ones that are as knowledgeable as you both, so we can share all these great tips. So thank you.
Yes, the pleasure's mine. Thank you both for such a wonderful time, and can't wait to connect with both of you soon. All right, guys, don't forget that this is going to be available on demand forever, for as long as you can use it, and you can share this with your teams, which I highly encourage you to do. All you do is click that share button. You can even tag people on your team, people that you want to get this in front of. You can also use this to share with your guests, you guys. It's great. It's a great learning tool for them to learn a little bit more about Envy. And this series of this program, which you've been watching, takes place every second and fourth Thursday from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. Eastern in 8 global languages. So check the calendar at JeunesseLive.events for the future shows. And everybody, thank you so much for spending the time with me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time. Bye.